guys, Lacey here with Beautiful Mess Yoga. Today I wanted to share with you a meditation that uses Ho'oponopono to address Ahimsa. So if you're not familiar with Ahimsa, it is the first yama, which is one of the 8 limbs of yoga. Now, we know that yoga is not just the asana that we see on social media. Asana are the poses of yoga. And the original intended purpose of these poses was to clear any blocked energy fields in the body, including digestion issues and knots in the fascia, and anything that might create an additional distraction when we're in meditation. When we meditate, we have plenty of distractions, and the goal of meditation, or one of the goals of meditation, is to be able to disconnect from those distractions and really turn our attention inwards. So when you have distractions, it's important to note that they are completely normal. Your attention is going to wander. You just bring it back as you notice that it's wandered off, and you just bring it back to what you're originally focused on, and don't be disappointed. Ahimsa is the practice of non-harm, and that includes all living beings and all types of harm. So negative thoughts are harmful thoughts. So if you meditate and you are upset with yourself because you just couldn't stay focused, then that is a harmful thought. So it's really counterproductive to have any negative self-talk when it comes to your meditations. We practice to make progress. So whether you're practicing your asana and trying to do a certain pose and having problems with it, maybe you did it great the day before and today you just can't get it, it's important to note that that's just where you are today and that it's okay because you showed up for yourself. Same thing with meditation. You took the time, you're taking the time, you're doing the practice, and that's what's important. Especially when it comes to distractions in meditation, because there are so many. Now, if you're not familiar with the term Ho'oponopono, it's a Hawaiian practice, and the word loosely translates to correction. Now, this practice is based around the idea that we are all connected, that we are all one. And this idea is actually pretty common in most religions and other spiritual practices. When we use Ho'oponopono to address Ahimsa towards the self, we're going to use the 4-part mantra and we're going to direct it. If you're using it in general and you're not using it directed toward yourself, then you don't need to direct the mantra. And I'll explain what that means a little bit later. The mantra, like I said, is 4 parts. And we will go through each part separately, one at a time, and we will explore some of the directions that we can take it. And then at the end, we will use all 4 parts together. Now, I am going to throw out some suggestions for direction. If they don't apply to you, that's okay. You can think of your own. Possibly something I'm saying might hit a spot with you that you didn't know existed. Roll with whatever you're feeling at the time. There is no right or wrong. This is individual practice, and especially with this Ahimsa towards the self, it is so personal. Many people cry during this, and that's okay. And if you don't cry, that's okay too. But a lot of us cry because things come out, feelings come out that we didn't even know that we had. But that is the purpose. It's because those negative views or negative thoughts that we don't even realize that we have are harming us. So when I am finished with the meditation, I'm not going to bring you out of it. I'm going to ring a bell, and that's going to signal you that I am closing the meditation down. That way, if you are in a concentrated state, you can stay there as long as you need to, and you can come out on your own. So let's get started. Seat yourself in a comfortable position, and we're just going to start by following the breath. Take one really big inhale and then let it out. If you like to keep your eyes open, that's fine. Try to find something to focus on. Otherwise, close your eyes and count to 4, 5, or 6 on each inhale and each exhale. You're not going to follow mine because everybody's different, but for a general idea, 4 to 6, and you can count out loud or you can count in your head. Notice your chest expanding and filling with air on your inhale, and then blow out through your lips and listen to the sound that it makes. Feel your shoulders relax. Maybe loosen up your neck a little bit as you completely show up for this practice. And just breathe. Now, after a few breaths, you should find yourself settled. Hands wherever is comfortable. Finally being able to really be still. And what I want you to do is to picture yourself at your worst. You don't need a lot of detail, but whatever is your worst, what you think right now is the worst version of yourself, just think of it. Maybe you yelled at your kids today and you wish you hadn't. Maybe you didn't finish the project at work that you were supposed to have finished. Maybe you were judgmental towards a friend and you wish you hadn't had those thoughts. It could be anything. Keep breathing. Hold that picture in your mind. And on your next exhale, I want you to say out loud or in your head, I'm sorry. I'm sorry on each exhale, and maybe on each inhale. I'm sorry. Maybe you're sorry for being so hard on yourself. Maybe you're sorry for not taking the time that you need for you. I'm sorry for judging you so harshly. I'm sorry for wishing you were someone else. I'm sorry for always blaming you for everything that goes wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, on your next exhale, say out loud or in your head, please forgive me. Please forgive me for thinking that you're too fat. Please forgive me for thinking that you're too thin. Please forgive me for calling you ugly. Please forgive me for thinking that you're not good enough. Please forgive me for thinking that you're not worth happiness. On your inhale, please forgive me. On your exhale, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Now on your next exhale, I want you to say out loud or in your head, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to sit today. Thank you for apologizing. Thank you for forgiveness. Thank you for being here when I needed you. Thank you. Thank you on your inhale. Thank you on your exhale. Thank you. Now on your next exhale, you're going to say out loud or in your head, I love you. I love you. I love you just as you are. I love you with no conditions. Now we can put them together. And you can use them to count your breaths. 4 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Keep repeating it to yourself with the energy directed straight into your heart. Maybe you put your hand over your heart center. Maybe that's where you feel the direction. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. As you exhale and you say these words, those negative thought patterns, those negative ideas you hold about yourself, dissipate through your breath into the air. You breathe in fresh air, and you breathe out any negativity. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now, as you breathe in and out, imagine you're breathing in a bright white energy. That energy is filled with the oxygen that you need to breathe and live. And it is the same energy and oxygen that the trees provide. As you breathe in and out, imagine massive trees swaying in the wind, back and forth with your breath. We share that energy with the trees. Now imagine with each breath the ocean ebbing and flowing. The ocean shares that oxygen, that energy that we need to live. It ebbs and flows with your breath. Feel that connection to nature. You were given life. You belong in nature. You deserve that life breath. The love, that positive energy. You share it with the trees, with the ocean, the massive beauty that is all of creation. You are part of that. And let that feeling of gratitude fill your heart as the oxygen fills your lungs. And breathe out positive energy. Hold on to that positive feeling of gratitude and love and light. Repeat that mantra. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.